Well, hey everybody, this is Gretchen the Green Lady, and on today's episode I want to talk to you about how to construct and put together a very simple water feature. I don't know if you can see it back there, but that's the one we're going to show you how to construct. I bought that about a year and a half ago with the intention of making it into a beautiful water feature. You can put it in your garden, you can put it on a deck or a porch, any place you'd like to accent what you already have, so stay tuned. So for starters, my husband built a stand that I can put inside my vase to set my water bucket on. Next, I have a bucket that I set on the stand that my husband made that I will put inside this vase to get ready to use. We then purchased a heating vent duct, and you'll need to measure the area of the opening of your container, whether it's round or square, to fit your frame and your ductwork. We then attached it to a frame, but before we put the two together, we found some metal shelving that's used in closets and we cut it to fit the size. You could use screening or chicken wire, depending on the weight of your stones. We then attached the frame, the rack, and the ductwork all together to make it one unit. Next, we just set our bucket on our stand, or you could set it on a bucket inside there as well to get ready for our pump. So here's the little pumping unit. That's the place where you attach the hose. And then on the side here, it has a dial where you can adjust how much water flow you want. Depending on how deep or how tall you'd like your water flow, you can adjust for that. So we attached our hose to our little pump, made sure it was secure, and then we're going to set it down in our bucket. And we also have to make sure that it sets low enough in the water that it will not run dry. So I painted my hose at the end black so that it wouldn't stand out because it was bright red. Next, we have to run our hose or our tubing through our vent or our duct, but please be careful, the edges of that duct are very sharp. And the reason we used this piece of ductwork was because it helped direct our water into our reservoir or bucket or whatever you're using. After we pulled our tubing through, we then had to adjust a little bit, turn things around because there is the cord from your pump that has to run out the other side of your container. So I used another piece of screening that had a smaller area of square so that my little stones wouldn't fall through, but I did come up with another idea. Here I just made sure that we had that screen tucked under and between the frame. So I used a small piece of landscape tarp to keep the pebbles from falling through. Now I'm carefully placing the stones that I found in a riverbed in Pennsylvania to get the most effect in my water feature. And now I've come to the final stone that I'll place on the top. I've found a stone cutter who drilled a hole the diameter of my hose or my piping that I would use, so that when I adjust it, it's as though it's not even there. And you can see the reason I painted it black, and I have it level with the top of my beautiful stone. It seemed like my water feature needed a little more contrast, so I just found some pretty white gravel and placed it around And I want to warn you to be careful not to get any stones in your piping. You'll have to definitely make sure you remove that if you did. So I'm adding the final touches, little pieces of sea glass that when water runs over are so beautiful. This is a great project you can do by yourself, involve kids in it, do with a senior citizen or a grandparent or an elderly person. So here's the end result of our DIY water feature. And I hope that you've enjoyed this and that you'll try this yourself and that you'll follow me on Facebook, subscribe to me on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I'm also on Pinterest. And I now have a website, GretchenTheGreenLady.com. So I hope that you'll get out there and enjoy your gardens and get your hands dirty.